people, it's Maya, and today's mission is to talk about how you can reset and prepare for the new year. Today, we are going to be talking about 4 different things that you can do to make this the best year yet. So the very first tip that I have is to relax and to reflect on 2022 and think about the areas that you can improve for 2023. And you need to be 100% real with yourself, because if you find yourself doing the exact same things like year after year after year and creating goals for yourself that are not attainable and not realistic, then it's time that you make some adjustments. And you owe it to yourself to make this an amazing year. An easy way to reflect on some of these things that you've been doing is to journal. If you're someone that journals, you can go back and look through some of your entries or some of the things that that you went through last year, the good things, the bad things. Reflect on all of that and see what you can do to improve. Journaling is also a really good practice to do if you're trying to manifest certain things, or you just want to write out the goals and the things that you want to figure out for this year. For me personally, I like to create vision boards, especially digital ones. So I had a YouTube short that I uploaded last week talking about how I used Canva to create different vision boards. I have one for my desktop, I have a different one for my phone, I have a different one for my iPad, and I like to just keep it so I can actually see it every single day. Or if you're a person that prefers to have like a physical vision board, those are just as effective, probably even more effective, but I just like having it on my devices so I can see it every day, because I'm going to be using that stuff. After you have finished reflecting, you can go ahead and create a vision board and look at those things every day just to remind yourself, this is what I'm working towards, this is what is going to happen, and this is what has to happen because I said so. Okay? Have that attitude. Claim all the things that you deserve. The second tip that I have to make this the best new year is to declutter and organize your space. Not only are we going to declutter our rooms and the spaces that we work in, we're also going to declutter our phones, laptops, iPads, delete old contacts, delete people that you don't talk to anymore, people that are not giving you the correct energy that you deserve, unfollow people on Instagram that make you feel self-conscious, people that are posting nonsense or posting things that get on your nerves. Like, it's really that simple, because you are in control. You are in control of the content that you are consuming. So you might as well make, social media a fun place to be on. Another thing that I did that I really loved was deleting the files from my computer of all the things that I did in college, because I'm so glad that I'm done and I don't need to see a bunch of assignments that I worked on. I might keep a few to reference, like for research papers, but other than that, I got rid of it. So delete files on your iPad or your devices, your computer. Delete those files, make some room. And as far as organizing your workspace and different stuff like that, let me keep it 100% real. When I came back home from college and, finally unpacked all the stuff from my dorm and flew back home, it took a week to finally take my clothes out of my suitcase and unpack boxes and stuff like that. It took a long time, and I think it's because I just needed to relax and just not do anything, because I was doing so many different things. But once I unpacked everything and organized and went through and was like, I'm not going to wear these anymore, I felt a lot better. So definitely go through old clothes that you're not wearing. There are items you're not using. Clean out trash. It sounds like self-explanatory stuff, but a lot of the times we just procrastinate and never get rid of things, and then people become hoarders or your room becomes messy, and you want to just make it easier for yourself. Having a nice space is going to make you more productive, more motivated, and it creates less work for you to do. Because people always say your room is a reflection of your mind. And when I got here, I had my suitcases open, I had the boxes open, I had the drawers I needed to clean, I had my desk I needed to reorganize, and it was just a reflection of my mind, because my mind is in so many different places right now since I just graduated. I'm gonna make a whole other video about post-grad life after, but yeah. The third tip that I have is to create a financial plan. This is extremely important, okay? Especially where I am right now, finances are very important. It is very important to reflect on your spending habits from 2022, especially because, we are all trying to be wealthy. We are all trying to level up. So do not carry any toxic spending habits. Does toxic spending habits even make sense? I don't know. Any spending habits that are not good for you and is draining your money, get rid of it. For me, it was I think we all know, food. I took the power. I took the power back and I deleted my DoorDash account because let's be honest here, especially in college, after you're doing a bunch of stuff, no one wants to go to the dining hall. So I ended up spending a lot of money on DoorDash, like a lot of money. So I deleted it because after looking at my statements and different stuff like that, like I literally just spend my money on food, like, you know, bills, things like that have to be paid for. Did that. I honestly don't spend a lot on anything else except food. So that is an area that I identified I needed to cut back on. The first thing I did was delete DoorDash and look at different recipes to start cooking at home. I cooked a lot over the summer, and that kind of reminded me of, you know, how easy it is to cook healthy and good meals. So I'm definitely going to get back into that, and that's going to help me save money. A good thing to do, honestly, at least for me, and that has worked for a lot of other people, especially younger people, get a budgeting app, because we all know no one wants to look at e-statements and no one wants to make an Excel sheet and calculate all their expenses. There's easier ways to do this. So the budgeting app that I use, it used to be called Truebill. It's called Rocket Money now, and that has helped me a lot. So the app shows you all of your expenses, your spending habits, if you spent more than you earned, if you earned more than you spent. It's just a good way to kind of look through those things. This is not a sponsored video or anything like that, but I definitely recommend getting a budgeting app to help you know your spending habits and create a realistic budget so that you don't carry those things on over into 2023. The fourth tip that I have is to invest in yourself and invest in your knowledge. Your mind is the greatest tool that you have, and this year is the time to get that, you know, that new year motivation to get into self-improvement and different things like that. So you can take a course, you can read books, you can learn a new language, whatever that looks like for you, of, you know, learning something new and really pushing yourself and increasing your knowledge. So for me, I used to be basically almost fluent in Spanish, and I lost that. So I've been watching a lot of shows in Spanish just to kind of hear it again and get that back into my vocabulary, which has helped. As far as reading, I have so many books, like so many books. I'm not even exaggerating, probably like 20 books that I need to read, but I wanted to be realistic. So I have like 5 or 6 books that I want to get through at least by the summer. So those are some of the books that I'm reading, and I actually have an Amazon storefront in my bio that has all the books that I'm currently reading right now that I recommend. So if you're interested, go ahead, hit that Amazon storefront link. It is in the description box as well as my YouTube bio, and you can keep up with some of the books that I'm reading. I plan on eventually making a video that talks about the books that I'm reading and giving you guys summaries so you know which books you want to read, maybe the books that you don't want to read. I like to write summaries after each chapter or after a few chapters, just so I have an understanding and I'm not just like reading it just to read it, like, you know, actually soaking in the information. So by investing in yourself and doing these different things to learn, you are increasing your knowledge, and that is an amazing thing, and you're more of a powerful person when you know more. Okay, that's important. So with that being said, I hope this video was helpful, and those were 4 things that you can do right now to improve for this new year and make 2023 one of your best years. Okay, that's my teddy bear. I was trying to cover that up, but it's okay.